don't get down on yourself. I still get down on myself a lot, even though I've been doing great overall, given this uncurable neurological disorder called runner's dystonia. You know, I don't believe that anymore. Like, for instance, it's back to winter here, March 23rd, and it's snowing, but getting hot. So this morning, I had looked at a Facebook memory, which was like 5 years ago on this day. I did a 23:13 5K, and I think it was like 7:29 average pace. And I like remember that run, and I remember posting about it because I called it like the summer of speed too, because I think like the previous summer, like the first time that I wore shorts and a tank top, I just go faster because like the weather is beautiful. You're not weighed down by like 10 pounds of clothing, not feeling all restricted and stuff. And you're just happy because it's like the end of the hell of the winter. So I remember that run. And 5 years ago, that was like balls fast for me. So like, why am I getting myself down when I have like about a 7:30 average pace now? And the reason I'm getting myself down is because, you know, I had gotten faster since 5 years ago, but not extremely faster because, as you know, being a runner, it's very easy to go from like a 10-minute mile to a 9-minute mile. But once you get down to the lower speeds, it's like really hard to chip away at like the seconds, right? And so I started getting faster when I started training for marathons the next year, and I could start to do more like 7:20, 7:15 sometimes. But like right before I had my foot surgery, which was the icing on the cake to develop runner's dystonia, I was getting down towards like 7-minute miles, and it was the fastest I had ever been in my life. And it was like, wow, oh my God. And that was only like a couple of months of having that speed, like being between 7 and 7:15 average pace. Like, I think I had just, you know, probably like 3 or 4 months before my foot surgery, I had finally like broke a 45-minute 10K. So like, sometimes my memories are just like of those months of like how fast I was. So like, I'm like beating myself up over a 7:30 pace, which is completely insane. So like, no offense to you like normies out there, not that the normies are like watching this video, but like, I got some uphill struggles that most people don't have when they run. Like the whole, sometimes my foot doesn't really want to work, and the whole like chronic regional pain syndrome thing, which makes me feel like I'm stepping on knives every time I put my foot down. And it can be both feet because it likes to alternate. So like, what the hell? That's just my high standards, perfectionistic, competitive with myself personality, which is why I have TMS, of which runner's dystonia is a symptom of. So today I did a 4-miler, but I realized as I was coming up for the 5K, I was like, dude, I'm gonna like run the same time that I did 5 years ago, like almost exactly. And here I am with like all of these challenges. So today, within that 4-miler, I actually did a 23:09 5K. So I was a couple of seconds faster, 7:27 average pace. And my last mile of the 4-miler was 7:22. So my last mile was the fastest, as there's nothing wrong with me. And when I run, it just takes a little bit, and finally my mind's like, oh yeah, we're cool. We can run normally again. So let's unleash it. Oh, and here we are with the wind again. So I'm turning around. I think you probably can't see it. It's these tiny little snowflakes, but this is hopefully the last time there will be snow this season, and we can move on to the shorts and the tank top and continue to have some awesome runs. So if you're being hard on yourself, like me, just try not to. Just try to embrace what you have now, because it will get better. It truly will. And I know I'm gonna be back to where I used to be. And honestly, like, any sort of big race or challenge ahead, like what I've already been through is infinitely harder than any of that. It makes the mind so much stronger. But there's no reason to be hard on myself. It just perpetuates the symptoms because it makes me feel bad about myself. It makes me obsess about the symptoms. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough. And that keeps your mind stuck in fight or flight and feeling unsafe. And that leads to more symptoms of runner's dystonia. From what we've been through, we are way stronger and way more hardcore than anyone else out there.